assume snow that has melted and is coming through the drain pipe, because we are having a sunny day today, which is quite nice. It is freezing cold, but I'll take what I can get with the sunshine, because most days this time of year it is very cloudy and gloomy, and it's just nice to have a little bit of sunshine. Don't get me wrong, I'm still taking my vitamin D drops, but even just a little bit of natural sunlight on the face feels really, really good. Really good. But anyway, thank you again for being here. I so appreciate it. I think what we're going to do today is a bit of a close-up cupped whisper life update, kind of ramble, which you can see we've already started to do. And I think that is something that I really need right now, so I'm hoping that's okay with you. And I'm hoping that it's something that you can find to be relaxing and restful, and at the very least, good background noise for whatever you're doing. So, I haven't fully planned exactly how I'm going to talk about some things today, but in general, I'm going to start with the heavier topics, so that way we can end on a happier note. Never want to leave you with anything that doesn't feel so good towards the end of the video, right? That doesn't make a lot of sense, so we're gonna go ahead and just front load all of that if we can. And yeah, just explain sort of what's been going on, where I've been, what's coming up, and all that good stuff. So let's just get right into it, shall we? Oh, and I just do want to call out this super fuzzy fleece hooded thing. For those who have seen the Barbie movie, I got this last year as a Christmas gift, and it is the I Am Knuff hoodie. Instead of enough, like I am enough, it is I am Knuff, like Ken. Let me show you. You can kind of see it. So, it's really soft and warm, which is just perfect for this time of year, So, anyway, I guess I'll just start by saying that things for me have been a little bit weird. And I'm just gonna jump right in with some examples, because I don't really know where to start, and like I said, I didn't really plan a ton to say. I just have things in my head, you know. But one of my very, very good friends is having surgery in a few days, and it is a pretty important and also dangerous surgery. It is something that can take anywhere from 8 to 10 hours, and that's if all goes accordingly. And it's a lot. And so I was with her yesterday, and I think, I've been really aware and up just having to read everything that she had written down, and all of this very proactive planning that was recommended to her by her surgeon. And so I commend her for taking those steps, of course, and being prepared for anything that happens. That's what you should do in a medical situation like this. But at the same time, it really hit me that this is like a big deal. And so I'm just like reading through these documents, trying not to cry, and just trying to be like as cool as possible, because I already know that she's having those worries and concerns, and she's terrified, and she doesn't need me to be also acting that way, you know what I mean? So I know she just doesn't need that from me as well. So on the outside, I'm trying to play it cool, but on the inside, I'm like, oh my god, you know? And so it's tough, and I'm going to have to continue playing it cool, because I am taking her, we're spending like quite a bit of time together in the lead up to her surgery, and so yeah, I need to just continue to maintain my composure the best way that I can, and I think it's okay, like, if she sees that I'm also a little bit stressed, but I don't want to burden her or make her feel worse, you know what I mean? And so, a few days from now, I will be driving us into where her surgeon and where her hospital is. It's not in this state, but she was planning to take a train, and I'm like, that's crazy, let me drive you, because we're gonna spend like the whole day together. A few days before the surgery, I'm gonna go with her to her pre-op appointment, and just hang out after and try to take her mind off of things and like make some plans. I've been pulling together lots of options for her of things that we can do while we're in town. And then the day of her surgery, her parents are going to take her and whatever, and I'll be around if I am needed, but also gonna give her space and time with her family, you know. But I will be close by. So, definitely I am happy to be taking on that role. It feels like a bit of an honor that she is trusting me to, you know, get her there and spend the day with her and go to her appointment with her and make sure that she has all of her bases covered and signing as a witness for things and all of that. Like, I'm happy to do that. And again, I just want to make sure that I'm strong enough to see it all through and make sure she has the most positive experience possible, because I know that you want to go into a surgery feeling confident and excited isn't the word, but at least excited to get it over with and to wake up and to start to recover and to feel better, right? Because if you're getting a surgery, it's because something's not right. So I want her to go in feeling as strong and confident and as positive as possible. I know that surgery is surgery and it sucks, you know, but I'm just hoping to curate the best vibe for her that I'm able to do. And so my roommate and I have also put together basically like a play on the 12 days of Christmas, except it's for her. And it's like 12 different gifts split up both before and after her surgery. And they're all small things, you know. But a little gift that she can open up every day to sort of take her mind to stay occupied mentally and have things to look forward to. And I know that really helped me too when I was getting ready to have my surgery. My roommate got me a bunch of little things that I could open, and it just, took my mind off of everything else even for a little bit. So I am just really hoping that all of that goes well. And I know it will, and this is like the best surgeon ever. She got lots of opinions from other places, and they were all like, yes, go to this person, just based on her specific situation. And it seems like, she found the best place to be for her. So yeah, so that's like a big thing on my mind right now. And so this weekend, it's a lot of getting ready for that trip. So I need to pack, and I did some laundry already, which is good, and trying to just get everything together, and also trying to not get sick. I've been trying so hard to not get sick. I think there is always utility in wearing a mask when you're out in public, but I have been extra cautious about it lately, because if I get sick, I cannot go with her, because if she gets sick, she cannot have the surgery, and I'm not going to be the one to ruin it for her. So I'm trying to be so careful. And if worse comes to worse, if something happens, like, I just will have to try to find somebody else that can be that support for her. But I really want it to be me, and I know she wants it to be me, so I'm just trying my best. And I know she is too, obviously. So just trying to get all of those things together, and it's honestly been a little bit hard. It's been a little bit hard these past few weeks. It's very possible that is a big part of why, like, thinking about her and this trip, and also all the other things in life that are happening, which I'm sure we'll touch on in a minute, but just thinking about all of this has given me, like, a pretty strong sense of dread these past few weeks. And for me, I am used to having moments of panic. Like, they're very acute moments where something triggers panic in my body. I have a panic attack, and then I feel better shortly after. That's sort of like the order of operations for me, and that's what I'm used to. And what has been happening lately is more of a panic episode where it's longer lasting. Like, for these past 2 weeks, I am not kidding, I feel like my body has been at war with me. And I can't identify exactly why, other than I know there's just a lot going on that feels stressful right now. And so my assumption is that it's that. Now, I am hoping, fingers crossed, that I'm in the clear on that little episode. I started feeling like myself again yesterday, and today as well. Like, despite all of the worries that still exist, that feeling of dread is not in my body anymore. And it was there, very present for the last 2 weeks. So, fingers crossed that we're out of the woods on that, because the last thing I want to happen is for me to feel unsafe in my body when I am on this trip with my friend about to get surgery, or when I'm home for the holidays, or any of the other things that I have coming up. Not to be annoying, but, like, I don't have time for it. I don't have time for it. And to be honest, it's also like, moments of reprieve and being like, okay, I'm better, and then being like, just kidding, I'm not better, and did that a little bit. And some poor woman came in who, of course, naturally just needed to use the bathroom, and I felt so bad because I'm like dry heaving, and it sounds really bad. I'll leave it at that. But if you are someone who's been around me when I've thrown up, it's an out-of-world experience. I sound like pretty demonic. It's bad. And so I just felt bad for this woman who's just trying to have a peaceful moment in the bathroom, and I'm ruining that for her. And I didn't want her to think that I was like sick or something, because I don't like being out in public places and, hearing people coughing and acting like they're sick. And I don't know, I wanted her to know that I wasn't contagious, and like, you know what I mean? I just wanted to spare her. And I was like, hey, just so you know, like, I'm not sick or anything. I'm just kind of having a moment of panic. Like, I just want you to know that. And she was like, oh my God, of course. Like, that's totally okay. I'm sorry. And then she proceeded to talk about her son, who also struggles with anxiety and panic, and how we need to normalize this because nothing is wrong with any of us. We're all normal for feeling this way, and it happens, and blah, blah, blah. So it was actually really nice. She, like, at that point I was okay, but she, like, really was trying to calm me down and make me not feel bad about the whole thing, so I definitely appreciated that. It felt like an important kindness in that moment, that I really latched on to. So between her and my friend, who was also like helping to calm me down, like, I felt better. But that began this like weird 2-week stretch of in and out, or like being on the cusp of panic attacks. That was the only time I threw up, I think, but I had all the other symptoms. Like, I constantly felt like I was going to throw up, and I just didn't. I remember last week, I say like, oh, I remember like it was so long ago, but anyway, thinking back to last week, I had a really big work day with multiple events, and I was responsible for taking one of my coworkers there, who is great. He's awesome, and we're fairly close, so like, I felt okay being honest and telling him like where I was at, but still I didn't want to derail anything, right? So the whole time I feel it coming in waves where I'm like, okay, calm down, change the subject, take your mind off of this, open the window, go to the bathroom, whatever. And this ended up being a 16-hour day. But for the first 5 hours of that day, I felt like I was this close to having a full-on panic attack. And again, it's like I couldn't necessarily tell you why. Like, I could tell you some little things that were going on, little anxious moments, but that would normally be totally fine for me. That would never send me into that kind of a spiral. So it was just really odd, and eventually as the day wore on and I got more tired, that sort of eased, those feelings eased. But yeah, just really kind of frustrating when you're, especially like in a workspace, and you need to like perform in a certain way, like show up in some capacity, and you feel like you're about to totally like have a moment. So that sucks. And so now I am, at least temporarily, back off caffeine. Or at the very least off of coffee and espresso. sticking to like an iced tea at most. And I do this thing where I go back and forth with it just because I like enjoy the way it tastes. But I don't need it. Like, I really don't. And so today I got an iced decaf latte. So trying to do more of that. And right now I have a tea that I think has pretty much steeped. Let me show you. And let me just tell you what's in this cup of tea. It is decaf, of course. It smells so good though. Okay, so first and foremost, we've got what I just pulled out was a batch of loose leaf tea, which is a combination of nettles, milky oats, calendula, lemon balm. Oh, there's another thing in there. Peppermint. And so that's really lovely all on its own, but I also added in a CBD tea, and that also has lemon balm and chamomile in it, along with CBD. We have a lot of local shops with that kind of stuff. There's like teas and droppers and gummies and things, and I think just right now, good for me to try to stay like even keel. And then I also added in some elderberry syrup and some vitamin D drops. Again, trying to stay healthy and balanced, so it's really good. So yeah, I'm hoping that little episode is behind me now. But so weird because, again, that has never happened to me like that before, so something else to bring up in therapy. Okay, but it's all very depressing, so let's just move on to happier topics. I will say, I on a whim purchased a walking pad, which is actually, it's like a small version of a treadmill because it's a 2-in-1, meaning I can use it as a flat walking pad. You can put it under a desk, but you can also like pull up some bars and use it to run on as a treadmill. It goes up to like 7.5 or 8 miles per hour, which I don't run faster than that, so it's great for me. But obviously a lot cheaper than like a full-blown treadmill. And it has wheels on it, so you can move it around. It's like 50 pounds, I think. So I'm loving that so far. Like I said, it was sort of an on-the-whim purchase, but I've been feeling like I need to move my body around more. And so the second I got it, I set it up and I like just walked on it for an hour. And that was great. And I've done that every day since I got it. Walked on it a little bit this morning, and I'm going to do it again later tonight. And it's great because I'm working on creating this like little indoor gym moment. So we have the walking pad. Next to that, we have an elliptical. And there's a little shelf in front of that with a TV. So I just like pop something on Netflix, and it makes the time go by so fast. And I'm hoping this winter I can do some decorating because it's giving basement, you know, the white walls, and it's just, I want to throw up some nice paint and get some like little decorative items, so I want to spend more time down there. And big dream, big goal is to also get a bike, like a stationary bike, because if I have all three of those things, then I no longer need to go to the gym. I'm gonna get some weights too, some little weights, like 3 to 5 pound weights, because when it is so dark and so cold, it's a little bit hard for me to stay motivated to get out and go to the gym. Like, I still like to go and want to go, but like early morning, late night, it's just easier for me to go downstairs into my basement than to go out to the gym, you know? So I want to make that a more inviting space, though honestly, so far it's been great. I just, like, I'm having some ambitions towards making it a more delightful space, and we'll get there. Could be a good winter project. So, obsessed with the walking pad. I think the brand name is Urevo, and what I like about it, this is not like promo or anything, just to be clear. I just get excited about things. But I like that on the panel, like on the front of the walking pad, it like flashes between different like updates. So it tells you the number of steps that you walked, how long you've walked or run. I've just used it for walking so far. And calories and all that, like all of that stuff, right? Which is, I guess, not super necessary because I have an Apple Watch, so I can just use that, but they're comparable. They're very comparable, so it seems pretty accurate, and there's a cute little, like, remote control that you can put around your wrist, like wear it around your wrist, and you can control it that way when the bars are down, you know? So I really like it so far. So I'm gonna keep using it. And again, I think just moving my body more is really helpful to stay present and grounded and all of that. So gonna try to do a little bit of that every single day. If I can't get out and do it outside, you know, or ideally it's a combination of both, but we'll see, you know. Let's see, what else? I'm really excited for a package that I have coming in today. I wonder if it's here yet. I'll have to go out and check later, but I got an email this morning about it, and I'm super excited because this is gonna sound bad, but while I was holiday shopping, like online, just to get some inspiration, I of course did find something that I wanted for myself, and so while I was shopping for other people, I did buy something for myself. But I am so excited about it, and I'm gonna wear it all the time, and here's what it is. They are a pair of brass earrings, and I'm like about to show you as if I have them on, but I don't yet. I will next time. But they are a brass outline of like the Palestinian map. So nothing on the inside, it's just the outline. It's like a brass, golden looking outline of Palestine. And it's from a Palestinian artist and maker. And so keeping it, you know, keeping the money where it should be going. And I'm excited to get them and to tell you more about them. And to show them to you in real life, so you don't have to just imagine what they look like. So those should be coming in today. If they're not already in my mailbox, like I said, I'm gonna go check after this, but I think that is the only thing I've purchased online so far this holiday season, other than the walking pad. So I bought 2 gifts for myself. But I am mostly done with holiday shopping for friends and family, which is great. Just got a hair in my mouth, sorry. And I try really hard to only shop local. I don't love that this is such a consumerist holiday, and that is a given because we are a very consumerist country here in the US, but I do really like having the opportunity to support local mom and pop shops here in Vermont, and 9 times out of 10 I can find everything that I need or that I'm looking for, or something that's way better. So I feel really good about doing that. I will say I understand that that's a bit of a privilege, because the reason why so many people like Amazon is because the products are so much cheaper in many cases. And that's how they do so well, right? Is they slash the prices. And then local mom and pop shops suffer, but I do understand that sometimes you can't make that choice, right? You just have to do what you can afford. And so I feel very lucky and grateful that I am able to shop at these local shops. And that's not always true that they're more expensive, but I think a lot of times that is the case, especially now. Things are just so expensive all the time, and so that's tough, you know what I mean? But again, it feels kind of icky to be so embedded in the consumerist culture, and to know that my spending dollars go towards that sort of exploitation. And I said this part of the video would be happy and positive, so I'll stop there. But all of that to say, my holiday shopping is done. There's like 2 or 3 more little things that I need to get, but I have time. It's only December 14th. Pretty much everything else is wrapped up, boxed up, ready to go. So, I feel like I'm pretty on top of things there. I didn't feel that way for a while, but I hear a big truck outside. I wonder if it's my package. It could be. It could be. It could be. And you know what? My watch went off. Was it a notification about? No, it sure wasn't. It sure wasn't. Sorry, I know you're waiting with bated breath for this package. But yeah, anyway, feeling good about the stuff I got. I'll try to remember a few of the items. I found out this past year that my mom used to be in a band. She was the lead vocalist in a band. And so I found some of those old videos on YouTube. I screenshotted them and I printed those photos out and I framed one of them. So I'm excited to give that to her. She doesn't know I did that. And I think that'll be kind of cool. She was like so cool back in the day. Weird to see photos like that of her when she was younger than I am now, but that's what happens as we age, right? So yeah, really excited to give her that. And I got my grandmother a game of Vermontopoly. So it's like Monopoly, but Vermont themed. So all the spaces are like local Vermont places and activities and things. And I'm excited to give that to her and to also play it with her. What else? Lots of like teas and tinctures and stuff for folks. I can't tell you what I got from my roommate because she'll probably watch this video, so I'll have to tell you what I got her afterwards, but I feel pretty good about a lot of those items. I got my other grandmother some local Vermont chocolates, like Lake Champlain does like an assorted Vermont chocolate collection. It's super cute, and all of that chocolate is so good, so excited about that as well. Though I do get a lot of little knickknacks and things at local thrift stores and secondhand stores, and I tell people that too. I love to do that. Because A, it's more affordable, and B, it's less wasteful, and it just feels like the right thing to do. And you can find some real good gems at like secondhand stores. I found a book written by one of the Golden Girls, the person who plays Blanche in the Golden Girls. Her biography was at the store, and it was a signed copy. She signed it. So like, you can find some great stuff. I got that book for 50 cents. I would have paid a lot more for it. I love the Golden Girls, okay? video and pop back in with another clip, because that's possible. That might happen, but for right now, I will leave it there. Okay, so real quick, I am back just like I knew I would be, because the truck I heard in the video yesterday, it's the next day today. The truck I heard was in fact my package with my earrings, and I'm going to show them to you now. Okay. So they're made of brass, handmade, and this is what they look like. Aren't they lovely? I'm gonna put them on. I'm gonna wear them all the time, and then I'm gonna tell you a little bit about them. I'll have to wear these with a clip in my hair so they can be seen. I don't have a clip in here right now, but I really like them. Anyway, okay, so it says fairly traded, handcrafted, lovingly made for you by women artisans in Palestine. And the website is handmadepalestine.com. Again, as always, not sponsored, not a partnership. Just like to show things off. And so the social media accounts are also Handmade Palestine. The back of this card says, the women who participate in this project create this jewelry for you by carving brass plates by hand. Their work typically draws from traditional motifs like the Palestinian dress called thab and key that symbolize the Palestinian right of return. And it also says, did you know we donate money from every purchase to plant trees in Palestine? So again, that's handmadepalestine.com. That's also the social media handle. Just wanted to show it off. I don't wear a lot of jewelry like consistently, but I really like these and I'm hoping to wear them often. So that's what I got in the mail yesterday, and then today I went to a craft fair this morning and I got a few cutesy little pieces there, and there's one in particular that I'm excited to show you. And let me just tell you what it says first before I hold it up. It says, we will grow a better world together. We will grow a better world together. We will grow a better world together. Let me show you the print. I really like that it is plant themed, of course, and I like the font quite a bit. I just like the whole thing. So anyway, I just quickly wanted to pop in and share those two things with you. And like I said, I am going to do my best to stay consistent with uploads and whatnot, but you know now that I am traveling and I'm going to be a little bit busy, but I should be able to continue with my normal schedule of filming, and if not, I will let you know if I get pushed behind a few days or anything like that. But again, thanks so much for being patient, and I think those are the only other updates I had. I hope so, because I don't want to come back in again and make it all choppy and annoying, but I think that's really all I wanted to say. So I'm going to go and edit this video now. Okay, bye. And I will say thank you so much for watching, and thank you for being patient with me. I know it's been a while since I've answered your comments. As you heard, I've not been fully with it, so I'm slowly trying to get back into being productive and useful. So I thank